Yeah.
That's amazing if you can do
All right, here we go. We are live on the Win the Day live stream. Got something going on here. I'm going to raise my rent here. 1 second. There we go.
Where's your microphone?
Can you hear me now? All right, we're back. I got a lot of things going on with very few shooting things up here. Any rate, what are we doing? We're winning the day. That's what we're doing. Okay, so are we talking about how realtors can win the day? So here's the thing. You know what the thing is? I have found that my largest successes are rarely in and of themselves. They're usually, almost always, every single time, small wins stacked on top of one another to create a big win in the end. And I think a lot of times what we do is we get so hyper-focused on the big outcome at the end that we lock up, we stress out, we do all kinds of stuff rather than doing those little things all the time that work. So I went through it and I created a list of little things that are wins for the day. How'd your day go today? Oh, nothing happened. Really? Nothing. Okay. Let's go through it real quick. So here are some wins, right? If you get a contract, that's a win. Totally is. Whether you're buying or selling or even a listing, a contract's a contract. That's a win. That's a big win. A right now listing, I call that an appointment. That's a win. Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. Future listing. Yeah, I'm not ready to list now. Call me in a month, a week, a year. That's a win, right? That's a lead. Okay. Maybe you get a buyer broker agreement signed. Check. That's a win. Price adjustment, for sure. Somebody says, you know what, I'm not selling or buying, but I know somebody, a referral, absolute win. All right. If you talk to somebody, you get their email, that's a win. If you have a conversation, right, I call that discovery. If you learn something about somebody, their hopes, dreams, goals for that real estate piece of property for the next 12 months, that's a win. It's a big win. If you get another name in your database, ding, that's a win. All right. There's 9 wins today. You're telling me you can go through a day without any of that happening? I mean, you have to work at it to have nothing happen. So my point is there are wins out there. You need to go get them. Well, first of all, you need to recognize them. Okay. So if you show up, knock on doors, call people on the phone, do open houses, do social media, if you do anything, it's kind of like the exercise. You don't have to go run 50 miles. Just start moving. Just start doing something, anything. And then the more you do of it, the more little wins you start stacking, and eventually they'll get high enough to cause a big win to occur for you. All right. So don't overthink it and don't judge yourself as not being successful. There's a lot of successes you're having. And in a market like now, you're probably going to have to stack 20 on top of each other when 10 used to work. So stack 20. Maybe it's 30. I don't know. Certainly more. I know that. And every now and then, don't be fooled, because every now and then you're going to get lucky. Something's just going to work. You're going to show up and you call one person can say, oh my gosh, I can't believe you called. I'm so excited. Let's do a deal. You're like, oh, I only have to call one a day. Not true. Sometimes you're going to call 100 and you're going to have 99 tell you to get lost. And the last one's going to be, oh yeah, I'm glad you called. You'll be like, why? And they're going to say, because I want to buy. You'll be, oh, with me? And away you go. Right. That's just the nature of the game. And if you're choosing to be in sales, real estate sales, you better be prepared for that. But if you're going to do it, give yourself the best chance, because a lot of this is psychology. It's just psychological with the person staring back at you in the mirror. You got to be able to get up every day to have these conversations. And we talked about this before. The more excited, the more confident, the more belief you have that you are really good for whoever talks to you, the more energy and excitement, enthusiasm you bring to that conversation, and your luck goes really high all of a sudden. So, and I know it's hard. There's days on here where these calls, these little posts I do every day are my little, all right, here we go. Hi, it's John. How are you? Right. And away we go. So you got to do it. All right. So real quick, contracts, right now listings, future listings, buyer broker agreements, price reductions, referrals, new emails, conversations, another name for your database. What did I miss? Destiny, what did I miss?
I added to your post this morning. I put set appointments. That's the win. And then connecting with people you haven't spoken to in a while. That's another one. Reconnecting.
I love it. Harrison talked about that. Get this phone out. Talk to everybody in your phone, right? Talk to people in your Facebook. Love it.
And I think a lot of people, that is a roadblock for people reconnecting. I haven't talked to them forever, and I feel
What
bad.
do I say?
Yeah, and it's like, hey, they hadn't called you either. And the easiest thing that you can say is, I was going through my phone and I saw your name, and I realized we haven't talked forever, and I just wanted to touch base with you. How are you doing?
Mhm.
Nobody's going to go, how dare you? It's been 5 years. It's thanks for calling. Keep it.
Take the E out of ego.
Yeah.
You'll be fine.
And I think it's important not to make it about real estate business. Let that happen organically. It'll come out, but don't go in, say, hey, I'm a realtor. Did you know that?
Yeah, but here, I'm going to push back a little bit. Be a little bit careful here. I don't want people calling me just because. Have something. I'm busy. I got my life's going on. The reason why I'm not talking to you, you're not talking to me, is because we're both busy. If you call up, hey, man, what's going on? Yeah, nothing. Yeah, nothing with me either. All right, I'll see you later. Bye. Right? You
John,
got to be a little bit careful.
You're a high D, and that's only about 17%
All right, fair enough.
of the population.
I think people care about being genuine and actually feeling like they're being cared for. I can't tell you how many times I've gotten a response just because of a thank you note that I hand wrote. They like that. They like the generosity and being genuine.
Yeah.
I would say another way, because a lot of times people, there's more people not like you, John, more like Destiny, that struggle to make calls. And so one way that you can be of value and not talk about real estate is you can say, if you don't know, what do you do for a living? And then how can I refer business to you? What does a perfect referral look like for you? Because when you ask them, how can I refer to you? What's your ideal avatar? What's your ideal client? What's your ideal customer? And they start to talk about it. They describe it. What that does is that initiates more conversation and questions. And you can keep asking. And maybe they will and maybe they won't. But eventually it's going to come back to you.
Okay, just so we're clear, I'm all about that, but have a point to the conversation. Yeah. Even
so
Harrison, I think, said he
Yeah.
calls and say, "Hey, I don't know. They know who I am. They don't know what I do." Right? I think he said something to that effect. So just make sure when you're calling people, it's not, right? Yeah. Have some sort of underlying. The reason why I called is this.
Trust the law of reciprocity, which is if you ask them, so what are you doing now professionally? They're going to tell you, and the law of reciprocity, they're going to say, well, what about you?
Yeah, what are you doing? Right.
Yeah, and you say, well, I'm in real estate, having a great time with it, actually helping a lot of folks. I'll have to update you about that later, and then turn it back to them. You've got another chance. It's not winning it in that moment. That is the win, and then it's re-engaging going forward.
Totally. Julie, what else I miss on that list?
Completing your 3 Post-it notes. So I talk about the night before, the day before, the end of the business day before. You write down your 3 most important things that you need to get done.
Julie sponsored by 3M.
Right. Sponsored by Post-it. You write down on your little Post-it note. And I also color code them, like what's the most important is going to be in a different color. So I put them in order, but write down on a Post-it note the 3 things that you must get done today. So whatever your highest priorities are, if you are every single day at the end of the day writing down, this is what I must get done tomorrow, and you get them done every day, you are going to be highly, highly productive. And if you can do that before you open your email each morning, man, are you going to be productive. So I'd say that. The other thing I would say is sometimes, again, getting over the call reluctance is go for no. There's a book called Go for No.
Excellent.
And basically you're calling people and you're writing down how many no's you get. And so the no can be they didn't answer the phone, but you need to leave a voicemail message. But you go for no, and you go for 18 no's a day. And if you can get 18 no's, no, I'm not interested, no, I don't want to talk to you, no, you've had a successful day. And you can, but because in the meantime, you're going to get some yeses, you're going to get some emails, you're going to get some appointments, you're going to get some discovery, you're going to get all these other things we're talking about. So
hey, ask me if I have an answer for that.
Do you have an answer for no?
No.
There's
one. We have 19.
The beauty of going for no is that many agents, they'll get their 2 yeses and quit instead of pushing through if they're going for no, they may actually end up with 3 or 4 yeses, and it just reframes everything. Get that.
And that's
book
the point of the book.
100%.
It's a very short, read it in a day. It's called Go for No. Short book, easy, but it gets this mindset of getting you over call reluctance and playing a game with yourself so that you succeed.
Hey, let me go back to Post-it notes real quick. And we were talking about this before we got on here this morning. There is an inclination, a pull, a whatever to get into a CRM, an ABC, a YEFP, or whatever. Sometimes all you need is a piece of paper, color coded or otherwise, to keep you going. Do not let not having or understanding or the cost of a CRM hold you back from being organized and successful.
Post-it notes work. I know that's backwards, isn't it?
No,
I think it worked.
Yeah. Post-it notes.
Oh, I should have said no. Dang it. Keep going.
Go. Post-it notes. 3 a day. If you get your Post-it notes done and you're in front of you, you're like, okay, you can't miss it.
Mark said whatever system you use, it works, is the good one, right?
it's the best one. The one that you'll use is the one that's the best. Hey, just while we're in this, real quickly, we hit 100 subscribers. Now we're going for 200. And we want to ask a favor of you. Go over to YouTube, hit like, subscribe, hit the notification, and share it. Share it with 10,000 friends. We're wanting to get to 200. I figure if everybody on here will, whether you're watching it live, watching it later, make sure you subscribe to it, but also hit the bell, because every morning you may be forgetting and it'll ding up on your phone, say, hey, we're live. So make sure you hit that, and let's grow. Why is that
check in
to you? Because as you subscribe and our subscriber count goes up, hey, John will be able to pull more people in based on the number of viewers, not just his good looks.
It's Topless Tuesday next week too, so who knows?
I was going to say, and check in. Tell us where you're from and how can we refer to you? What's your best referral look like?
Yeah, post in there. We want to know, because the referrals are happening with listeners across the way. So make sure.
Yeah, we gave the one out to Andrew out in San Diego for a mortgage deal. That was cool. That was cool. And again, we talked to, I keep saying Harrison, he's top of mind for me, but I think any of our guests on here so far, if you have a listing that the mortgage would be less than the cost to own, or, or the rent would be greater than the cost to own, including mortgage or whatever, that's an investment opportunity. And there's people all over the country that'd be interested. I don't care if you live in Columbus or Salem or wherever, Tallahassee. If you just listed a property and you know that the rental income would exceed the cost to own, let me know. Let somebody know. Let yourself know. Buy that dang thing. All right, let's go back to it. Contracts is a win. Right now, listing, future listing, buyer broker agreements, price adjustments. Those are really important right now. Referrals, new email, conversation, another name in your database. Mark, what am I missing?
Well, I want to come back to the contracts, the buyer brokerage agreement. One of the things that I'm seeing with some less confident agents is they will do a simple showing agreement or a one-day buyer broker agreement. And I get it. However, you're setting yourself up to have low value and just be a door opener. This is about a process. Get really good at the process of sitting down and doing the consultative review and having the conversation. I'm going to go to work for you. Do you want to hire me? And do I want to hire you as a client? Otherwise, you'll just be a glorified door opener. I'm not opposed. And let me say this, my caveat. I'm not opposed to a showing to get my foot in the door. Yes, we've got to have technicality, but be very careful not to undervalue yourself by being afraid of that conversation, that business conversation of being hired.
Cool.
I want to add to that, John.
Okay, go.
Is it on the 19th or the 26th that we're going to have the interactive scripting with John? So anybody who wants to work on your scripts, so you need to manage,
19th.
You need to learn a script on how to show value and what conversation you have when you're asking someone to sign a buyer broker agreement. If you want to have a one-on-one coaching session with John and the Peanut Gallery over here, helping you, sign up for the script workshop Wednesday that will be on February
19th. We're going to be role playing.
19th. And you will have role playing with John, and we're going to help you Master Scripts. So if anyone's interested in mastering scripts with the Master of Scripts,
Yeah.
give us your name and be here on the 19th and subscribe so that
We'll role play. I'll be wearing a
I'll-
French maid outfit. It'll be fun.
Ooh.
Comment me in the section. We want to know if you'd want to jump on with us.
So 2 things. Mark, you said I'm going to work for you. I'm going to push back on that. We don't work for people. We're going into business together.
That's fair
Right?
enough.
2 different things, because they're going to start bossing you around. If you're working for them, they're going to be a boss. Do not do that. You're the boss of you. Second thing, if it is you got to be a pro. And if you don't treat yourself like a pro, your clients are not going to treat you like a professional either. So that's a hard thing for new people. It's a hard thing to treat yourself. My time is worth something. My knowledge, my expertise, my everything is worth every dime I charge. Matter of fact, I'm giving you a deal. All right.
Which is
It
why
should
you
be a
need to
two-way
master
interview.
scripts. Because if you have a script and you can say exactly what John says, you don't have to figure out, you don't have to feel like you're an imposter and you're posing. You just master the script and you say it and you stop. So that's where I say, sign up to do one-on-one with scripting. We have Julie Wright says, yes, me. So we have.
Yeah. We'll get
I
you.
have
Cool.
with that agreement, I'm just now finding out that there was just a showing agreement. That was never an option for me, and that's probably been in my favor, just saying, if you want to see houses, we have to be in agreement with each other. Is that considered, I guess, unethical to not offer that? Because
No,
I didn't.
that's how you do business. That's your way of doing business. This is how I do it. It's like when you go to Disney, you can buy this speed pass and go to the front of the line, or you can choose to wait in the long line. But they tell you, here's how we do it, and you choose a lane. This is how I do it.
Yeah, I
The
think
easiest way to be professional is do not get attached to the outcome. Do not be emotionally attached to the outcome. Hard when your checkbook's screaming, feed me.
Mhm.
But
people can smell commission breath. So better to be a professional.
it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy,
Mhm.
but be
But,
professional.
look, you get to decide. There's always a two-way interview. Are you going to partner with me? Am I going to partner with you? Does this make sense? And John, you've used the language before and I love it. The reason why busy people like you hire a strong agent like me is because I do this. And you set your standard, and that means you're sorting through the people that are going to waste your time. And will
be
you-
happy to let the time wasters go.
Yeah.
That's something that you have to embrace. That's kind of like when I do the impossible to fail with open houses. When people are unwilling to do it the way I do it, this is how I do it. In order to come into this home and see this home today, the price of admission is a phone number. Once you give me your phone number, you'll get a text and that will complete your check-in. What's your phone number? When they say, no, I won't give you my phone number, I say, okay, well then you can come back with your realtor and I'll get their phone number. But the price of admission to see this home is a phone number. Would you like to see it today? I'd love to show it to you today. What's your phone number? This is how I do it. And when they say no, I say, okay, come back later.
Yep.
That's how
Even if they say no, guess who says no?
me.
Yeah, well, right. Yeah, 19
No,
times.
thank you. And here's the thing. That's fine. You're never going to work with me anyway. And I'm here.
Yeah.
to
This is
build
my point.
business.
The person that says no, you're not getting their business anyway.
Exactly.
Right. And you're going to hear oh, that guy told to get lost, actually bought a 50 million. Yeah. Once in a while that happens, but that's the exception to the rule. Plan for the ordinary and deal with the extraordinary. So Jesse says, decide how you want to do business and stick with it. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Where's Jesse? Jesse, put on here where you operate.
I think she's in
Okay.
Alabama somewhere.
Is she up in Huntsville? Maybe I don't know.
And Julie,
Wherever.
where are you
Tell
from?
us, if we don't know where you're at, it's hard to do referrals.
Yeah, tell us, Julie, Jesse, where are you located? We want to be able to engage with you there.
All right, so we're coming up on the 20-minute mark. Destiny, tell me something you got going on, or you want to share, and we'll move on.
I'm just sticking with my Legion, just staying in the trenches and pushing hard so I can get some new business, not letting up.
Destiny went to a new brokerage. She's still bumping into things in the dark, not sure where everything is. Good, bad, so far so good?
It's been foggy, but I'm pushing through.
Mhm.
I'm not complaining. It's just growing pains. But
Yep.
again, sticking with Legion has been my number one priority. So That's what we're doing.
I haven't left anywhere and I'm in extreme pain all the time. Mark, give us some final thoughts.
Hey, tomorrow I'm going to be dealing with the follow-up.
Oh, that's right.
We've
That's
always
right.
heard fortune is in the follow-up. It's Workshop Wednesday. I'm going to be giving you practical ways to stay in the follow-up. You do a lot of work of lead generation, and if you don't follow up, it's really you've squandered opportunity. So be here tomorrow.
Some of my biggest disappointments are when I see something come on the MLS for sale. I'm like, wait a minute, that's my guy. And I go to look at my notes, it says, call him on Thursday the 5th. And here it is, like Monday the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yep.
Julie, final thoughts.
You'll have a successful day and you'll win the day if you choose 3 things that you're going to complete the day before, the business day before, and put a little note on in front of you somewhere where you're going to see it and choose to do that thing first. So my thing is to win the day today is write 3 Post-it notes. It's still early in the morning of what you need to get done today.
Love it. Contracts are a win. Right now, listings are a win. Future listings are a win. Buyer broker agreement, big win. Price adjustment, win. Referral, win. A new email, win.
I have one more.
Conversation, a win. No. Another name in your database is a win. I got 18 more. What else you got?
Inspection. When you get through the inspection and you
Yeah.
come to an agreement and everybody has agreed and now you get to move forward past the inspection, we call it the BINSR here in Arizona, buyer inspection notice and seller response. Once we have a complete BINSR, then you're over that period of time where it's a little rocky. It's a contingency removed.
And here's a cool thing. What if you do just track them all week? You get to the end of the week, you got one of everything on that list. That'd be a win. That's a big
Bingo
one.
card. Let's play bingo.
There you go.
Real
There you
estate
go.
bingo.
Here's a win. Let's go to work. That'd be a win. Jesse says, can previewing? Yes, it can. It absolutely is.
Oh, Jesse, John and I have a common friend in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, Sarbackers.
Yeah,
An
there you
attorney,
go.
a very successful attorney and dermatologist in Sioux Falls.
They're 2 different people.
They're married though.
The
So,
successful dermatologist who's
good
also
move. That would be a good referral.
yes. All right,
Thank you,
very good.
Randy.
Let's go to work. That's a win for me. Bye-bye.
Bye.